Well, gentlemen, when shit hits the fan, some guys run and some guys stay. A lot of fans want to quit. They want to hang it up. They want to turn off the channel. They want to unsubscribe from Peacock because of what the hell we just saw. And I gotta be honest with you, I can't blame them. Look, from top to bottom, this pay-per-view was set up to be solid. I'd say 8 out of 10. The women's Money in the Bank match was great. It had its spots with Becky Lynch and Asuka. When Becky jumped off the top of the ladder, hit Asuka, damn near broke the damn ladder, okay? And then obviously the big result of that match was Liv winning the damn Money in the Bank match, which was really special because 365 days ago, everybody was pissed that she didn't win. Now she's got it. She took it, cashed it in on Ronda Rousey after Ronda Rousey had beaten Natalya Neidhart. Everybody loved that. That is great storytelling. That is building up a character for people to get behind and giving them a payoff that is worthy of the time spent backing this character and also giving the person who's losing the title like a good way out to lose a belt. That's how you do it. Okay? Bianca versus Carmella. It wasn't the best match. To be honest, I don't think anybody wanted Carmella to be in this match to begin with. But I gotta say, the match was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Period. End of discussion. I'd give it like 3 stars out of 5. Carmella had her spots. She was doing her thing. Bianca is just a hell of an athlete, day in, day out. Her timing in that ring is impeccable. She just has this rhythm about her where she's able to take it from 0 to 100 in no time. You know what I mean? That girl is just jumping from place to place, hitting her spots. She has no botches. I have not seen her botch one move in a while, and maybe at all. Maybe it's always like something small. It's like a little slip, and then she like recoils and does the move that she's supposed to be doing. Never ever disappoints in the ring. So, and I said it, like, she's going to hold that belt as long as she wants. There is nobody on her level when it comes to in-ring ability. Like, nobody. I can't think of one person right now. Seriously, she's literally going to hold that belt as long as she wants. The Usos versus the Street Profits match of the night for me. It was back and forth and back and forth. Usos. I remember they hit the 1D, one and done. They hit that clean. I believe that was the end of the match. But of course we saw it ended in controversy because apparently Montez Ford's shoulder was up while he was being pinned. So, look, I'm happy that the Usos retain their titles. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm a Bloodline fan, and that's never going to change. And fans who want, the Street Profits to take away their titles from the Usos, they should kind of be happy about this too, because this means more than likely that they're going to get another crack at it at SummerSlam. And every time you get those two tag teams in the ring, it's a fireworks show. It's excitement. I mean, seriously, you heard the crowd. If you were watching the event, you heard the crowd. You heard the reaction. From time to time, just pops and pops and pops. Those times were just 1, 2, kick out at literally like 2 3/4. That match is crazy, and those are literally the best 2 teams in the entire men's tag team division. Like, and this is what I'm gonna get to. Like, if I had to pick a team that would take down the Usos, it would be the Street Profits. I don't want the New Day because that's been done, and honestly, like, Alpha Academy and those other tag teams, they're just not built to hold the championships right now. They're not credible, they're not built up enough, and quite frankly, they don't have the star power to hold those titles. Let's see here, what else? Ronda versus Natalya. I know I talked about that and Liv cashing in. That match was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I really liked the technical feel to the match. I was kind of half expecting Ronda Rousey to put that shit away in 2 minutes. I'm not even going to lie. But the way they book her and the way they build her up and then the way they make her seem like she's so far above everybody else and shit. Like, I literally thought that this shit was going to be like, that's it. Like, easy work, light work. And it wasn't. Natalya put up a fight. I wish she hadn't have dedicated this match to Bret Hart on his birthday. Happy birthday, Bret Hart. One of the all-time greats, my dad's favorite. Because we all knew she was going to lose, and I just like... It wasn't a good enough match dedicated to that man in any way, shape, or form. It wasn't a 5-star match. Hell, I don't even think it was a 4-star match. She lost, and... You know, it's just... Me personally, I don't like Ronda or Natalya at all. That's just me. I think Natalya should retire, to be honest with you. I mean, she's been at this for a while now. You know, she was a workhorse, but she never did anything of importance. She never won a Royal Rumble. I think she's held the tag team titles like twice. And obviously has never held a Raw Women's Championship or a Smackdown Women's Championship in her entire career. So, that didn't go well. So, and then she's 40, you know, she's getting up there. No offense, but I mean, I think for me personally, from where I'm sitting, from where I'm, you know, have my viewpoint and the way I'm watching her matches and shit, I think it's time for her to, you know, hang it up. She did good. She's a workhorse. I give her that. You know, she's good in her own way, but to me, it's just never top star quality. Not back then and not now. And I've watched her since, you know, she came in when I started watching, which was about, like, you know, 2010, 2011 is when I really started watching it. And that's when, you know, she was with the Hard Dungeon and all that. So, that's just my thoughts on that. Now, let's talk about what everybody's talking about, the Money in the Bank men's ladder match of this year. So, we're all set. Everybody's in the ring. All 7 guys. Rollins, Sheamus, McIntyre, Omos, Riddle, Madcap Moss. I know I'm missing one. Whatever. Can't think of him. And everybody's set to go. And all of a sudden, Adam Pearce comes out of all people. And he's saying, oh, what a great night it's been. Wouldn't it be cool if we added somebody else? He adds this person. Everybody's thinking it's Cody Rhodes. In my mind, I'm going, I know it's not Cody Rhodes, but in my heart, I'm thinking, I hope it's Cody Rhodes. Of course, it's not Cody Rhodes because that man has a torn pec, and he's seriously going to be out for 9 months, and I believe that. Sheamus was the last person. So I knew it was going to be him. He announces who it is. It's Theory. He comes out. Nobody gives a flying fuck about this guy. He faced Lashley earlier in the night. And when he comes out, there's no feel. There's no feel at all. There's no response from the crowd. Like, oh, it's just Theory. Like, who cares? That's literally the consensus of the audience right now. When you hear the difference in the emotional reactions and the noise in the building when Lashley came out and when Theory came out. It's the same damn thing. Except this time he was getting booed out of the fucking building because nobody wanted his ass in there. And then they're daring to compare this fool to John Cena. One of the greatest of all time. Look, my Mount Rushmore. Okay, you can disagree or agree with me. That's fine. That's your opinion. But there's a good reason, and you can see why that I would put these 4 guys up there. Okay, my Mount Rushmore. The Rock. Okay, Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, and Roman Reigns. Okay. Regardless of what you thought of Cena, that man knows how to elicit an emotional response from the audience. Day in, day out, one of the most polarizing figures in the history of this company. And even back then, when he was just a prototype, coming in, and it was his first match against Kurt Angle, he elicited an emotional response from the audience. Everybody's like, who the fuck is this guy? He's jacked. He's screaming out ruthless aggression. Like, he got your attention. Theory does not have that. Okay? And he's being commercialized, backed up in every single way possible, and it's not fucking taking. In my opinion, I think he was solidifying himself as a U.S. champ. Like a good mid-Carter. Alright? Good mid-Carter. And he looked like with some time he can go in some good direction. They threw that away with him losing to Lashley in a good match, okay, mind you. I thought, I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Maybe 4 if I'm being generous. It was a good match. He lost. He dealt with it. We're moving on. They throw his ass in a fucking ladder match where everything is set up to build a good story around Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Okay, if Rollins won, everybody's thinking, oh shit, he's going to cash in again. History might repeat itself, and there's a whole story factor to that. There's history there. 2015 WrestleMania cash-in, okay? Possibly the greatest cash-in of all time. Period. All right? Sorry, these things are in the way. Siri keeps going off. Anyway, see, there she goes again because I said it. Where was I? So, and then if McIntyre won, there would be a story because if he could cash in on Reigns, he would finally beat Reigns for the first time. Riddle, because of the Randy situation, he just got beat by Reigns, so that would be a good story. There's history there. Sheamus, same thing. Could he cash in on Roman Reigns again and cost him another title? All these components are in this match. Sami Zayn could have won. We could have had a crazy-ass twist on it. Is he going to honestly honor his word to the bloodline, talking about he's going to protect Roman Reigns' championships if he wins this Money in the Bank thing? Which I think personally he wouldn't have done. It would have been bullshit. But whatever. There's story components to this match. It's set up. Then you throw a guy in here who has literally nothing to do with the story, and it's freaking stupid. Picture this. Reigns versus Lesnar. Last man standing match. Reigns wins. Lesnar's out. Reigns can barely get up. Theory comes out, cashes in. We went from Roman Reigns to Austin Theory. That is ridiculous. It's blasphemy. It's just sad. And I don't give a shit how you spin it, okay? Oh, Roman Reigns' title reign is getting boring. Oh, Roman Reigns is a part-timer now. I don't think giving him both belts was a great idea. And, his reign's going on for too long. You can say whatever you want, okay? Some of those things have valid points. I'm not going to lie to you. But from going to Roman Reigns, you understand? The face of this generation. Okay, a guy who's carried this company, elevated everybody who he stepped in the ring with for 2 years. Going to this snot-nosed, stupid character who takes selfies and shit. Literally the epitome of what I don't like about the new world. And this is coming from a 19-year-old. This guy wins and it's a joke. It's not believable. This is terrible. I honestly would have taken anybody else with the exception of Riddle. I didn't want Riddle to win because we just saw that. And again, I think Riddle's a joke. But I would have been fine with Rollins from a story standpoint. I would have hated it, but it at least would have made sense. McIntyre would have made sense. Okay, those are my top two. McIntyre or Rollins would have made sense from a story standpoint. Biases aside, those two would have made sense. Almost would have been interesting, but we all know they weren't going to give it to him. He's not big enough in being a character and being a face of a company yet. Could he be? Honestly, I think he might be one of the greatest big men of all time. Okay? My opinion, he's better than the fucking Big Show already. Period. But we'll see where he goes. He's better than the Great Khali for damn sure. I put him up there with Andre the Giant if he does the right things. But yeah, it's like we were going so well with this entire pay-per-view, and you guys just dropped the ball. And here's something that maybe you didn't catch, but I did. And maybe some of you did catch it. There was a promo. There was this little tidbit promo. There was some marketing thing going on. And then there was this snippet, this 5 to 7 second promotion. And it literally looked like The Fiend, okay? I was scared out of my fucking mind. I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Because that's storytelling. Roman Reigns took the belt from The Fiend. Pretty much. He took it away from The Fiend and Braun Strowman. I forgot who had the belt. So if The Fiend would have come back and faced Reigns, that's great storytelling. That's insane. That's called going full circle. That would make sense. Not theory. No, dude, it's too early for you. Could it be a star in the future? Maybe. Is he ever going to be on Cena's level? Hell no. If there's a bunch of people out there who are literally saying, oh, Roman Reigns is never going to get to Cena's level, this fool don't have a prayer, okay? Let's just be honest. Let's go by the food chain thing. Alright? This man, regardless of his in-ring ability, is not cut out to be a world champion that you're going to remember, and a world champion that should have a reign longer than 1 to 3 months. Especially not now. But, it is what it is. This is what we got. Reigns has the Usos to protect him. And maybe Theory will be worn out by a match with John Cena at SummerSlam. It ain't even for the U.S. title anymore, so I don't know if that's even a match worth having at this point. However, it could still be a possibility. He just can't win this match. He can't cash in on Reigns. He can't. Like, it's just, no. Biases aside, nobody wants this, okay? Like, nobody wants this. Nobody wants Theory to be champ, period. You know, I was hoping The Fiend would come out. I was hoping Sasha would attack, Ronda, but then I like the way that they went with Liv. I was hoping, there's just things that I know are unrealistic. So I kind of just like impose myself and say, all right, let's think realistically. But for them to just throw it away on Theory, I don't give a shit how much Vince likes this fool. He's not ready for this. He's not ready. He's not a Randy Orton. He's not a John Cena. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a Batista. Okay? This is not a 24-year-old who can come in and carry a company. He doesn't have the presence. He doesn't have the promo. He obviously does not have the approval of the WWE audience. And Vince has gone against the audience before. But I can guarantee you that this time, like many other times, it's not going to work. And think about this. 6 years ago, Dean Ambrose won the Money in the Bank contract. Roman Reigns lost the championship to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins lost the championship to Dean Ambrose because Dean Ambrose cashed in 6 years ago in that building that we just had the event in. We go from that to this. You think about that shit. Granted, lots happened since then, but seriously, one of the worst. I can't say it's the worst because 2020 was bad. 2019 was bad. 2021 was actually fucking good. I'd say it's the best Money in the Bank match since like 2010. So, yeah. But this time, it didn't work out. I didn't like the end result. I liked the pay-per-view overall. I didn't like the ending. So tell me what you guys think. Post your comments, post your thoughts, like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.